Yes, indeed, man. Salutations, man. Welcome to the Texans Zone 3. Texans Zone 3, Texans Zone Me, baby. Let's go. I'm one of your co-hosts, man. PAT is me. You know what I'm saying? With no further ado, you gotta get in and get out. Get in and get out pretty quick tonight, you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow's Christmas, so Merry Christmas to all. But as always, there's a killer on the loose. Hide your wives, hide your kids like your dogs. Because there that man goes.
Hey, you got to watch what you say, man, because too many people dumping it, getting lost in the bayou.
And I can't swim.
Hey, if y'all looking for a killer, Killer Cal ain't him, so it ain't happening, bro.
Shit.
That ain't me. Killer Cal punches a time clock.
Right, man. Look, there's an operator on the loose. I can't even say that now. Shit.
Hey, yeah. What's happening, man?
Yo, man. Everybody, welcome to the Texans Zone 3, man. Doctors with the family, being a doctor. Brother Nitty broke his back from eating a pork chop. You know, he ain't supposed to have no pork. Doctor said no pork. I happened to fry the pork chop, and he ate the pork chop, and pork chop broke his back. So, prayers out, brother. But no further ado, man. The Raiders. I want to say Oakland so bad, but it's not Oakland no more. It's Las Vegas. But the Raiders, man. I actually happened to go to this game. I went to the game, man. And for the most part, I can truly say that the Texans got to start playing down to the level of competition. We really got to start playing down to the level of competition. Like this, going against the team, and D'Amico said it himself, you know, they felt like they kind of overlooked them. And good job by the team overall to get the W. But you can't let a team that shouldn't be nowhere near you on no, because the Raiders don't check out on no level. As bad as our offense is better than their offense. We got the top defense in the league, so that's neither here nor there. Like, and this one of those. This was really our trap game too, because you can tell. Well, I could tell as I was watching the game live. This team was looking ahead of the Raiders. They didn't go into this game with a true game plan or focus. I feel like this team approached the Raiders as if it was a preseason game without a care in the world. And you can't approach any NFL team, no matter how bad their record says they are. But good team win. God, where will we be without this defense? Like I left the stadium just thinking to myself, like, damn, where would we be without this damn defense? And hell, because of the defense, man, we've won about 95% of our games. And we blew out who we blew out? The Ravens. That was an offensive masterclass. But every other game, it's been defense winning these games. Offense does just enough. Literally just enough. And the defense, you know, as always, on the field at the end of the game and clean it up. So great team win. I'm kind of worried with the injuries we got on the inside and interior. You don't really know how good you got it when Tim Settle and Mario Edwards when they're playing. It's not a big drop off, but it's big enough to catch my attention that with those two guys down in the rotation, even when Daniil and Will take their breathers, and you have Horton and Derek Bordell outside, that interior pressure is just not there as it should be. Togiat, for what it's worth, he is not a 3-down player right now. he was getting gas. Like I want to say, Togiat probably subbed out so much. I got tired of watching him sub out.
Hmm.
But for what it's worth, though, with the rotation that we had, with Togiat getting that pressure, and then with Tim Settle and Mario Edwards, man, it was that's the engine to the defense. But no further ado, man. Keller, how you feeling about the game? With some of your takes or viewpoints of it?
My takes of the game is the first game of the season. The Raiders played New England. They won 20-13. They lost to the Chargers 20-9. I'm just looking at the notable games. They lost to Jacksonville in overtime, 30-29. They lost to Denver 10-7. Um, Another notable game. They lost to Denver again 24-17. Then they lost to us 23-21. Regardless of how bad that team is, they're still an NFL team. They're bad on offense. They got good key pieces, but I think they're just very bad in other pieces. They got a great tight end, as we can see. They got an up and coming running back. They don't have their quarterback, and everything else is like, just scattered bodies. But I'm glad we had that type of game because normally when a team goes on this type of winning streak right before the playoffs start, a lot of people like to say, which I'm not one of them, but a lot of people like to say, well, they needed to lose that game. That's about the craziest thing. I wanted to say something else, but that's about the craziest thing. Like you don't need to lose no game. You get paid, you're professional. I'm not excusing none of that. Both sides get paid, but people say that to break the monotony. Like, oh, we just gonna go out there and just win. I think last week when we played, who did we play last week? It was another the Cardinals, and you know had a key player didn't give an interview after the game, regardless of what the reason is. I'm not going to speculate, but the Cardinals had a depleted offensive line, and everybody that's a novice. When I said novice, ones that haven't played the sport, coached the sport, or scouted the sport professionally, was like, "Oh, it's supposed to be a blowout," and they're supposed to get like 9 or 10 sacks. Over exaggeration, but it didn't happen. Some Sundays things like that are going to happen. So these things need to happen. So uh, when the film comes out, it's something for them to still be motivated to do, to go out there. Will made Pro Bowl. Congratulations. Will is not happy until he's a Super Bowl champion, a All Pro, and considered the best, not at his position, but the best in football. That's the kind of mentality I think he has. So, this game being a close game, okay, I'm glad we got that one out the way. Now we got the Chargers. Uh, we don't need to look at, and I know I'm jumping a little ahead of time. We don't need to look at the Chargers and say, "Hey, man, look what we did to them last year."
Different team.
Man, after when the clock says triple zeros, that game is over with. That is a whole different team. So, but this is another team with a weakened offensive line. So hopefully we can get some things together and put something better on film because you got this game and you got the game against the Colts. Kind of look like that we may walk in there with the 7th seed unless Jacksonville just want to break us off something proper. That's cool. We'll take 3 divisional titles. But other than that, man, last week game, it needed to happen. I'm just glad it didn't. The results wasn't a loss.
Well, looking at the Chargers game, looking at that team and historically how we've played against them in the D'Amico era, I can firmly and safely and confidentially say that we have their number. Why do we have their number? You can say defense, offense gets shit going when it needs to get stuff going. But the model all this year, going back from the offseason, dude, the defense. This defense, as I stated earlier, man, in the year, this is a championship caliber defense. You know, unfortunately, this defense is only going to go so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got not the Cardinals, we got the Chargers and the Colts left. I predicted us to win out. We're going to win out. Now, whether we get help or not, the football gods may bless us. They've been blessing us. Why not? Why not continue to keep blessing us to get us what we're trying to get to? But this offense is going to have to put up at least 20 to 23 points per game. And I'll go as far as saying 27 or 28.
Give me that. Give me that, man. I'm tired of letting this offense off the hook by just saying, hey, just give me 21. Give me what you gave me last year. No, man, I don't want what I had last year. Like you said, give me 27, 28. I don't think there's an offense out there when we're on and they're on that's going to score 4 touchdowns. But we have the weapons minus the running back and the running attack. That's the biggest question mark. We had the weapons to put up, 27 to 30 some points a game. I don't care if it's on the road or not. You have the weapons, you have the experience. Even though we lack experience past past the second round, but when you look at who's ahead of us, the only team that's out there that has the player experience will be Buffalo, and I think the coaching experience, as far as coach, would be Sean Payton. Now, coach that has not coached, I think Vrabel took Tennessee to the
AFC
AFC Champ.
Championship.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got to give him that. But
all of these coaches have more experience than D'Amico.
Yeah, they have more experience than D'Amico. But one thing I can say is uh, what D'Amico was able to do in the last 2 years and even this year, that resume is building and that experience is getting better. So you said it right, man. Give me 27 points, and I feel like that we'll run the table.
I see everybody in the chat talking about CJ, how he played. Oh, man, it's that tea, man. I gotta have that tea, man. That freshly organic lemonade and sweet tea, man, combination. I gotta have that, man. Good for your body, good for your soul, good for your skin, all other good things. Yeah. Me and Cal always bump heads on this. Let's try not to make a 30-hour argument about this, Cal.
I reduced it to 28 hours. That's all.
Say, bro, I'm gonna wake up on the bus in the morning, literally. Try the motherfucker home. Excuse me. Yes, CJ played very, very poorly. I'm no longer. I'm at a point now where I'm not pointing the finger at Nick Cali. Like, and I'm bringing this stance back from when we had Bill O'Brien. Can't blame the shit on Bill O'Brien. It's only so much you can blame on a coach, because at the end of the day, no matter how good or bad the coach is not in the game. He's not on the field. He's not making the plays, throws, the tackles, the runs, the catches. The coach does none of that. The coach's job is to get you coached up and for you to go play. You, as an ultra athlete, you have to be special to make it this far in the game, as far as playing at the highest level. And a lot of these guys, some of these guys, their first year, i.e. Wiggins, Woody, Noel, even though the GOAT, they ain't brought the GOAT out yet, but you still have your mix of veterans, right? At this point, CJ will be considered a veteran in year 3. There are certain steps that I would like for him to take that he has not taken. And he said in the press conference as well, they're getting tired of people saying what they're saying about them as far as offense. Well, hey, if you're tired of somebody cursing you out because you fucking up, guess what? Stop fucking up. Start doing what you are known to do and are capable of doing. Now, granted, CJ didn't take no sacks. He didn't turn the ball over, even though there was a botched snap. I don't want to blame that on the center or him. That miscommunication that happens from time to time. I seen it play up close. I want to say when that snap happened, he was in the midst of reading and called for the ball. So he was on the same page with himself when that happened. Good awareness to get on top of the ball and get the ball back, and it wasn't a you know turnover. However, a lot of these throws that we are used to him making, he's just not making.
Agree.
And I can't blame it on Nick Cable. I just can't. I won't. The blame is going to the guy who's throwing the football. Too many times you've missed guys wide open where we've seen you make these throws, your eyes closed. Like, it also pushes me to a theory where, forget the money, Diggs left for a reason. Diggs left
What,
for a reason.
what was that reason he left?
Maybe he sees what I've been pounding the table on about this guy. We got a quarterback. And I'm not going to sit here and say Drake May is better than CJ right now. I'm not. Is Drake May in a better situation? Potentially. You know, he has an offensive coordinator that can't do good nowhere else but in New England. Anytime Josh McDaniels has tried to go somewhere and take over and be his own man, it doesn't work. But when he's in New England, that guy's gold. Verbal walked into a good situation. New England did right by Drake May, getting him a good offensive line, got him I wouldn't say all. Well, these could be all pro. The way he's a high volume receiver, but he's a damn good veteran for a young quarterback to have at his arsenal. Good running game, solid defense. Like, that team as a whole is a good team. However, that brings back to CJ. You have the number one defense in the world, or in the league, in the world too. You don't have a running game. It's not consistent enough. We haven't had a 100-yard running back, a 100-yard game from a back until Jawar Jordan. I don't understand. As a quarterback, right? You're the quarterback. In the offseason, you were saying that we had more control over the offense, which leads me to think that if you are so cerebral, if they're playing man or two safety high, checking is something that would combat that offense, that would combat the defense. You don't
So
have.
you're under the impression that CJ can check down, right?
I'm saying that he doesn't check. He has the ability to,
No, he
but
doesn't.
doesn't.
He
But
doesn't.
doesn't.
He
Yeah,
doesn't.
this
That
isn't Kubiak offense where you can't audible. You
that
can't
that
play.
Payne brought it out this week, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you cook.
Like,
CJ don't check down. CJ has the highest completed percentage on his first read, and his like I think he's highest on his third read and fourth read. Like, he's top five.
right?
But what I saw was the highest completions on that first read. That CJ is running the offense exactly what is instructed for him to do.
Okay.
So when and I think I pointed that stat out to you. I think I posted it for you and Doctor to see it in in our discussions. But yeah, I don't think CJ can just check down when he wants to. But go ahead. I ain't mean to cut you off. But I want to throw that
No,
in right quick before I lost my train of thought.
that's a problem for me, man. Like, and I wouldn't have this stance if Brady didn't talk to you or take you under his arm and you saying, you want to be like Brady and the pedigree is there. Brady's cerebral. Like, the difference between CJ and Brady is very simple. One guy takes his job too serious because he wants to win, and that's all that matters. And the other guy just wants to have fun. If it's not fun, it's fun when you're winning. Lock in. Do what it is you got to do. Be cerebral. You want to be great. Shit take time. True enough. But these owners are going to open up the pocketbook to you. And and I'm pretty sure that our fans know, I'm against paying this guy Dak Prescott money, Joe Burrow money, Pat Mahomes money. For what it's worth, Burrow took his team to the Super Bowl with the worst offensive line and the worst defense they could possibly have at that time. Pat Mahomes fell into a perfect situation. Dak Prescott just happened to play for a team with an owner that's going to pay him because that's all you got. And Dak, for what it's worth, is James Harden in the regular season from time to time. Playoffs, playoffs. They ain't going to the playoffs. But you get my point. When you open up that much of your salary cap to one player that hasn't proven it yet, you create holes, huge holes later on down the line that will cause us to, as Nitty say, Kamari Lassiter, the number on his jersey is 4 because he's only leaving 4 years. You give CJ $100 million off the rip or reset the market with him, I pray to God that the salary cap has gone up tremendously because you're not going to be able to afford much guys later on down the lines. It's going to cause Nick to have to make harder decisions. You know, we got an All-Pro in Big E. Big E was drafted in the third round. You only got him 4 years. There's no 50 option with him. He's having a hell of a year. Started rough, but he picked up and he's been on the roll ever since. You're gonna have to draft another tackle or find somebody that's gonna, hold that spot down until you actually find somebody or draft somebody that can take care of that spot, depending on what you do with Titus Howard. It's not guaranteed Trent Brown will be back next year. For what it's worth, Jake Andrews has done a serviceable job. He's been average, above average at best, right? Your solid lock is Ed Ingram. Lock. But you need a running back. This is one draft where I would say you should not have to draft. You shouldn't draft no receivers. Your receiver room is set. Don't need to touch it. It's good the way it is. You're getting Tank back next year. That's CJ favorite weapon. Tank, 12, Higgins, Noel. Maybe Berrios is back. Maybe not. But you have enough in that room to do what it is you need to do. Another thing too, I want to add.
Hold on, before you get to the far in that rabbit hole, I got a bunch of things I got to address. I've been trying to take mental notes.
Go.
First thing, Stephon Diggs, uh, he pulled a gangster move.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Casario tore up that contract, and I'm quite sure that there were discussions of I do this for you, you do this for me.
Right.
It didn't happen. It's number one. Number two, you said that he saw something in CJ. Well, what he saw in CJ in 8 games, and if he would have projected to go play 17 games, he would have had over 100 catches. He would have had over 1,000 yards, but he only had 3 touchdowns. This year, he in 15 games, he got 869. Now his yards average is 11.4 instead of 10.6, and he has 3 touchdowns this year. Drake May ain't tearing up the board with him, so he's just what he was last year, but he was on his way to 1,000 yards. So I think he left for the money. I don't think it had anything to do with CJ. Me personally, that's number one. Number two, when you said sometimes it has to be on the quarterback, I agree with that. Quarterback has to be the one to make the plays. I agree with that. When Jackson, how long has Cohen been Jacksonville head coach? This is his first year or second year? First year. Um, Looking at his stats, now his second year he had 4,100 yards passing. His second year he had 41 yards, 100 yards passing, 25 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. This year he's at 3,400 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. So he's gonna possibly no, I don't think he's not gonna catch the total yards, but he also has 7 yards. I mean 7 rushing touchdowns. So he got a total of 33 touchdowns this year, and he seems like a better, more poised quarterback, which we saw what Cohen was able to do with Baker Mayfield, and he's a good offensive mind. So sometimes it is what the offensive coordinator can bring to that particular quarterback. Now, I don't know if CJ has that or do we believe in him. Right now, it looks iffy. And number three, you pointed out Tom Brady. So when I look at Tom Brady, CJ, his first year, he passed for 4108. Tom Brady, first 5 years, he only got 4110 his fifth year. Now his touchdowns was a little bit higher, but of course, I don't know if he started with Josh McDaniels that far back, not sure. But he had 28, 23, 28, and
Charlie Weiss.
Charlie Weiss way back then at the beginning. Okay.
Charlie,
So
Charlie, yeah, it was somebody else, but yeah.
so that offense wasn't like nothing told you about what they were doing. Completion percentage 63, 62, 60, 60, and 63. CJ's a career 63% completion quarterback. This year he's at 65.
Mhm.
Tom Brady as a passer, as far as 65 completion, he got that in his one, two, three, four, five, six, his seventh year. He got 68. So my point is,
Was that the year when he got Moss?
that was 2007, possibly because he had 4,800 yards, which he led the NFL. He had 50 touchdowns and eight
Yeah,
interceptions.
that's the Moss year.
So my point is, when you
Peter,
compare CJ to Tom, you have to look at that team won their Super Bowls with the way that you say that we're going to win our Super Bowls with defense. Nothing wrong with that. But New England allowed Tom Brady to grow, and they found the offensive coordinator that fits him in the scheme and the wide receivers and everything else. I just say this to CJ, he haven't completed his full third year. Let's just wait and see. 24 years old, you know, completion is going high. He cares about not turning over the ball. Seem like he's making more smarter decisions. And I'm not into the QBR and all that other stuff, but it seems to be high across the board. So I'm willing to just let him to find an offensive coordinator and they can grow together. So those are some of the things I wanted to point out before we got too deep in it. And I'm gonna let you hit that point, and then let's quickly hit on against the Chargers.
so real quick, um, New England won their first three Super Bowls solely off defense and running the ball. CJ Tom only had to manage the game.
It was
Now
great. Hmm.
that was great. As I've been alluding to in our as you say, our discussions sound so grown. Our discussions. Um, if this was the 2000 Ravens defense, then and Miller, I told Miller Mike this a while back. CJ would be the black Trent Dilfer. Nothing wrong with that. Why? Because the job was to win a Super Bowl. It ain't got to be sexy. Looking at my guy stats, I doubt he throws for maybe 20 touchdowns. He's at 16 right now. I doubt he gets to 20. He should get to 3,000 passing yards. He should, but might not even get to 3,000. If we
And
going
he
to the
missed and he missed 3 games. So
yeah,
let's not leave that out.
yeah, of course. So it's just alarming to me because this is a passing league, and if you look across the board, just from that position alone, there's only maybe one or two guys that have been playing at an elite level that you normally be that's normally not in the conversation. And that one guy at the rip is Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably the oldest quarterback. No, he's not the oldest. Him and Rogers. Though,
Old man Rivers.
yeah, and now Rivers came back, but
Yeah.
exit out the conversation because these guys have been playing the whole season.
Right.
There has not been elite quarterback play league wide. You may see a glimpse here in this game from Baker, a glimpse here in this game from, I hate to say it, Jalen Hurts. He's had a game here, a game there where he looks elite. My guy, not Chicago, Green Bay, Jordan Love. Hell, even Caleb Williams, for what it's worth, has looked better than CJ. I'm not finna go back and forth and say, well, this guy's better than that guy. We just talking about playing a position. And granted, Caleb has a quarterback whisper offensive guru at his disposal now, which has elevated his game. He's already a natural talent.
Oh, let's not get about possibly 2 All-Pros and 4 Pro Bowlers on that offensive line total. That offensive line is built
Yeah,
to
and
keep him standing upright. So
yeah, and for what it's worth, yeah, people have to realize that these things take time. You know, Chicago has been trying to build that team since they last went to the Super Bowl with Urlacher, Rex
yeah,
fucking. You know,
was that
so
oh 04 or something like that? Oh 04 or 05. It was something when Lovey Smith didn't have he had more black hair than he did gray hair.
of course, matter of fact, he didn't even have a mustache. He was straight,
Yeah.
bald head shave. He was playing, but CJ, bottom line, just play better, bro. Manage the game. Keep
You
managing
know
it.
what? I think that we're not having this conversation if CJ make the passes that he's supposed to make.
Of
You know,
course.
23 for 35, 187 yards, 1 touchdown, zero. You categorize it as he played poor. I just don't. I think he played below average, and that I don't. He makes some of those throws. That 187 is easily 250 plus, but he didn't make the throws, and he has to be criticized for it. Like I was listening to the radio. Couple of guys were just giving him a solid C. And I'm like, yeah, it was just really he made some throws that it was like, oh, if he didn't make this throw, make that throw, or that's he made some. But at the end of the day, it was an underwhelming effort, performance, because if it was a team that we had to go out and beat, say a Denver, Seattle, any playoff team, that performance wouldn't have been enough to do it. So when you say give us 23 points, I say, nah, you got to give us 27 to 31
And that's the
because
defense and a touchdown.
and yeah, defense added a touchdown. So we're tired of the defense. I seen a stat today that Will and Daniil leads the NFL. Both of them are top 5 in fourth quarter sack. So I wanted to a point that we go out there and we can get a 20-3 lead, and we know that the opposing team is just going to they got to keep it honest, and they're going to run it on first down or maybe second down, but that they're going to try to get chunk yardage, the 5-step drop backs to get 7 and 10 yards to try to score early, which makes our defense can kind of, dig their, heels in the dirt and go get the quarterback. So,
Mm-hmm.
but, we haven't had one of those. Arizona and the Raiders were supposed to be those 2 games that we should have been like, hey man, we should have done, but you know what? For the fact that it didn't happen, they ain't got nothing to like be lackadaisical about now. Because even against 2 bad teams, you put up subpar performances. So there's no excuse for you to look over the Chargers and the Colts. And then after that, we had our customary 3:30 time slot. I don't know if we're gonna have it again this year on Saturday, but right now, like your playtime is over with. And by the way, as far as winning teams, we had the toughest strength of schedule, you know,
And
of
conquer.
yeah, and conquered. So I think that they're battle tested. Let's go ahead and get these 2 wins. It's not going to be easy, but you're going to get these 2 wins, and then let's go ahead. If we have to have a number 7 seed, and I know we got to get back on course, but I got to say this: we get the number 7 seed, man. There's something that can happen this year that will be like, man, you have exercised many demons. You, there's nobody, and if you did it and you can show me the proof, then I say congratulations. There's not a person that looked at their schedule that came out said that we was going to beat Buffalo, Kansas City, and Baltimore in the same year. Hey, I wrote it down, so I'm gonna be able to pull that out. Now I
Well,
know some people say, yeah, I don't think you did, but I wrote it down. I'm gonna have to dig into the tablet. I didn't hear nobody had us beating all 3.
we had to though.
But what I'm saying is, Those are the three that's been in front of you for the last 2 years. And so we were like, oh, well, this is the third year right here.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So that now what will bring back the nostalgia is if we did have to go to New England. But I think before we go to, yeah, we'll go to New England first, I think, because I think New England have the number 2 seed. So there's a possibility we go up to New England and we beat New England in New England. Then guess where we're going? We could be going up to Denver. Denver is a team that the Oilers had problems with in the past. Of course, we know the history with the Texans and New England. You know, we wasn't able to beat them in the playoffs. We beat those two. It'll be great to see Buffalo on the board. And of course, everybody know 35-3 still exists. And you beat Buffalo. You exercise all of those demons in 1 year, man. The Super Bowl has to be written with your name as the title of that chapter in the book.
So going back to Cali, we're not gonna have both our tackles. At least not one of them. Titus would kick back out the right. Blake would be at left. Juice would start at left guard. Woody's gonna play. I think him taking that game off, and the way they're using Chubb, this will be the game where he gets his 15 to 20 carries. Give it to him. Like watching the game Sunday, as I'm watching Chubb, come in, come out, come in, come out, and I'm like, damn. And then he breaks one, right?
Yeah.
What about you? I start to text you and say, didn't I tell you his mother? He just be pumping. Pumping. And he honestly probably would have scored if Christian Kirk ass wasn't in the way.
Yeah.
But just know that it's still there. It ain't how it used to be. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Just give us what you can give us when we ask you to give it.
Right.
That's it. As of right now, we have formed this three-headed, I don't want to call it a monster, this three-headed trio, with Gerard, Woody, and Chubb. I expect these guys to run the ball 30 to 35 times, probably pass the ball maybe 20 to 25.
Oh, that's a win.
This would be an extra. This would be a landslide game for us time of possession. What's my guy name? Justin Herbert. His hands. He has a hand injury. If Will and the Neal can get it going early on, offense can get up 17-0, 17-3, and allow the defense just to attack, run the ball, play time possession. This is going to be a game where we need CJ to do what he just did, as far as not turning the ball over and managing the game. I'm done asking you to go out there and throw for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. I'm done asking you for that. I'm at a point now where manage the game. Just manage the game. Don't turn the ball over. Who was that? I want to say, was that Terry?
Yeah, go to the bull ring. It's been some and no tell I just want to.
I mean, as you were talking, man, I was reading everything. Yeah, I know Terry playing downtown corners. Where Terry? Yeah. Big E broke his hand. He already had surgery, put a plate in his hand. I can tell you, as being a former lineman myself, you don't really realize how important your hands are for a lineman until you've broken your hand or a bone in your hand or something. Even with a plate. We just had one of our rookies, the safety from Penn State. He broke his forearm. He had a metal plate in his arm, and somehow he broke that shit. So I look for Big E to get back. He's definitely not playing this week. This is a short week. Maybe the last game of the season, but he would definitely, him and Trent together, will be back for our first game for the playoffs and all the way down the road. Got to have those guys. We can get past the next two games with what we got, but we're going to definitely have to have those guys all hands on deck when it comes time for playoffs. I don't want to say I'm looking past the Chargers game. I'm looking forward to it because not only this is going to be a test, but the same way how we handle Buffalo, because at this point now, I can say that we have Buffalo's hand number, and we've shown that we have the Chargers number.
Mm-hmm.
Now, both teams are good. Both teams have good quarterbacks. Both teams have good head coaches. Great foundations laid in place. But neither team can produce against us. And it's going to have to be, like Brandon said, all hands. Literally, one hand on deck. Everybody got to come in ready to play, man. Punch them in the mouth early. Punch them in the mouth early. Make them lay down to you. Submit. And I hate to say this because Jim Harbaugh, I know how my coach is, man. I know how my guy do. I know how what he puts out to his team. But right now, we're the tougher team. Period. And we're gonna prove that not Sunday, Saturday. By the way, Saturday we're gonna be out at we'll be somewhere. Where we gonna be Saturday, man?
I forgot where it was.
Shout out to Houston Stressings, man. He's invited us and a few other podcasters that's in the community. I want to say Ruben, Texas Jacob, AD, and I want to say Harley Dugan. We're gonna be at Cracker Barrel. No, Lord, I said the Cracker Barrel. Lord have mercy. Y'all excuse me, man. I had a flu game last week. Dude, I was at work today and I crap my pants. They sent me home. Said see HR on Friday morning. Brian, time. Brian, I don't know what you did, man, but I pray it work out for you. What the hell we gonna be at? Catchback Brewing. I don't know what the hell that's at.
Is it Carbach?
Carbach. There you go, Carbach. Carbach Brewing. We will be there Saturday for the game at 3:30. I might not be on time because I think this shit off for $290. I gotta see if I can get my helicopter to fly me in. And I'm not really a big beer drinker either, though. So, but you know, I will be amongst the people. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures, hugging, kissing babies. You know, things of that nature. Killer, you gonna be in attendance, man?
Yeah, I haven't decided yet, man.
Okay.
I haven't decided.
Okay. Well, in the event my guy can't make it, I will be there. I ain't gonna be there all goddamn night, but I will be there. Show face. I'm trying to find out where the hell this place at. They got a link tree. God damn. I don't know. I gotta talk to Stress and get the address. But if you guys want to pull up, man, you know what I'm saying, RSVP, food right now. This is crazy. Now, how the hell do I find the damn address? Oh, there you go. Carbach Street. So the address is.
Oh, okay. I know what I said. That's over there by what Northwest Mall used to be.
Oh, damn.
Look like it's not too far from Frank's Grill.
Yeah, so 24 Carbach Street, Houston, Texas, zip code 77092. 77092 is far.
Right down the street from Frank's Grill for y'all that know Mangum and Tacoma.
Yeah.
Hempstead Highway. Yeah. I used to old stomping grounds over there.
Okay, I'm about to reminisce about the days.
Nah, I ain't going back through the days.
Yeah, Hempstead, yeah. Magnum Road, Hempstead Road, Tacoma Street,
Mangum,
Magnum.
Mangum, MANGUM,
Yeah,
MANGUM.
yeah. Well, I'm 19 minutes away. Let's
Yeah, it's
see.
right off the highway, right off the freeway.
Yeah, see the 16. Oh yeah, past the gallery. Oh shit, straight shot.
Yeah.
Still 90 though. Yeah. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's where the Texans on 3 will be. Yeah, I know Cal's going to be Batman that day, so you never see Batman and Bruce Wayne at the same time. So if you only see one of us, then there you answer. But my guy, I think Terry just put in there. What Terry say? Terry say 28-17. I like that score. Um, I'm willing to say they don't get 17. I'm willing to say they would get all field goals. I like the 28 though, but I'm gonna say 24-9.
Mm,
24.
wow. So you don't have them scoring a touchdown.
No, no.
Oh, touchdown and missing an extra point. Uh, man, I it's hard to predict if this team can score 3 touchdowns. One thing about Kaimi, he gonna kick you 2 to 3 field goals.
Sometimes five.
So yeah, and I hope not to see Kaimi this week, but he's gonna give us two. I'm gonna say that we'll get 3 touchdowns, so that's 21, 24. That's 27. Texans 27, Georgia 17. Late touchdown. It's gonna be it's gonna let me stop saying that. Hell, I say that every damn week. What is gonna be and it never happened. So I'm just gonna stick with my score and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Dr. Payton say 26-16. Space Age says 23-17. My mama, shout out to you, mama. Hey, mama. She says 27-14.
What did I say? 27-17?
I
Yeah,
believe.
27-17. Yeah. All right, that's cool.
Not bad, not bad. All right, everybody.
Mm.
I gotta get up in the morning. I got shit to do.
Mm.
I always got shit to do. Story of my life. But anyways, happy holidays, everybody, man. Merry Christmas. Um,
For
10 weeks.
sure.
See, Brandon, I'm in the off season with you, bro. I can't wait till off season. I'm glad. I'll be so happy when they can go win the Super Bowl. I'm gonna take off work, go to the parade, and then draft time starts. Anyways, man, Cal, anything you want to say before we get up out of here, brother?
Well, we gotta run it down with the bull ring.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You want to shout them out, or you want me to shout them out?
I can start from the top.
Go from the top.
All right. Now, Mr. Lee, shout out to you, brother. Brandon, as always. Mellow Mike. Yeah, I was in the chat earlier talking to the guys, but so shout out to the pod. Texas on 3. My mom, she was here. Space A, shout out to you, brother. Where we are? My mama again, Mellow Mike, Brandon. Y'all have some great dialogue in the bull ring, bro. Shout out to my brother Terry Williams, man. Much love to you. Is it Eve? Evie?
Yeah, shout out to Eve. Some of them drinking Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Nah.
Shout out to Eve. Justin Smith. I didn't get this comment. Why is the NBA so gay now? I think they're just soft. That's all it is. Dorsey Spencer, shout out to you, man. Thank you for always pulling up with us, man. Percy Mack.
Percy Mack, 35-18.
Yeah, right. Man. I don't care if CJ ain't doing everything he can do to produce and get better, or he wouldn't be stuck in your two regression. Ooh, I missed that comment. Percy, boy, please come back during the off season, boy. If you got time to pull up on the show, we'd love to have a conversation with you. Space Sage, Middle Mike, Brandon, my mama, Eve, J Coop 17, man. Appreciate you for coming through, brother. Appreciate you. Dr. Payton, J Coop again, Terry, Dorsey, Spencer, Mello, Eve, Brandon, and so that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it, man. I think that's the whole board ring tonight.
Yes, sir. Man, thank y'all for pulling up with us, man. Last week we wasn't able to come through. I was in my Jordan flu game. I just bounced back today. That's a whole other story, though. But
yeah, I was just down there chilling at Buffalo Bayou, just enjoying the scenery.
Dave, catching fish.
Man, I better stop for the boys.
Yeah, you doing shit. Soon you hit that clock. Edwards. Walk this way. Yeah,
it wasn't me.
We finna get up out of here, y'all.
For sure.
Saturday. I can't say there's gonna be a show Saturday for the simple fact the game Saturday. So what we'll probably end up doing, man, and we'll also be live at the place on Carback Street on Mangum Road, Mangum.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eve. She put the address in the chat for us, so shout out to her. I can't promise you guys a show Saturday, but I will promise you. If I gotta do it by my damn self, I will be here Sunday. All right. Quick little drive by. For those that have Twitter, I might do a space. We're gonna do something for y'all. So
yeah. And one thing to the bull ring and everybody listening, everybody that supported us. We should see y'all at least one more time this year, if possibly twice. But whether you celebrate the holiday or not, man, just enjoy yourself, drive safe. If you drink responsibly. If you smoke, congratulations. You can, I can't. Hey, just have fun and just think about, just cherish the time that you spend with your family. It doesn't matter about, some man in a red suit with damn reindeers. Like, if you tell me that shit, I know you smoking. You got that good. But other than that, man, just enjoy your family, man. And we got 2 more weeks before the real season start. And then we would have 4 games before we run the table, and 3 playoff games and 1 Super Bowl. So
division, conference, Super Bowl.
So after these 2 games, we got 4 games to win. So we already on a 7-game winning streak. So we know what a streak look like. So, hey, just enjoy yourselves. Have a great week. It's almost the weekend. So like I said, enjoy your time with your family, kiss your loved ones, and just have a great time, man. And just thank y'all for supporting us. We really appreciate every comment in the bull ring and everybody that likes, share, and subscribe. Thank y'all.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.